Working out is hard. Specifically, keeping up with it is the hard part. The actual, no one will really tell you the actual part of the working out, like weightlifting and exercise. No one tells you that that's hard. They say it can be hard to learn the form, but after like one time of doing it, maybe two, you kind of get it. One sec. And once you learn the form and you get a routine, it's pretty cake, pretty easy. It's just the idea of the next day you do it again, you know? So that's the hard part. It's hard to stay motivated. I get that. It's never, no problem. You too. It's never easy to stay motivated to work out. Until you get the routine, until you find what you like about it. Personally, I like doing it because it's a therapy. It's like not actual, it doesn't cure ailments. But it helps me feel like, on days where I feel like I didn't do enough, it makes me feel like I did enough. I took care of my body. Even if in a small way. Even if it was just couple sets of some dumbbell workouts, It's a great feeling. What gets me pumped is I drink pre-workout and I drink protein at the end, at the beginning and the end. Pre-workout at the beginning, protein at the end. I don't really need the pre-workout, but I really like the flavor of pre-workout that I use. Excuse me, that was gross. I like the flavor, and just that alone, in a day of kind of watching what you eat and watching what you drink and keeping track of your macros and your calories, so you're not really drinking like sugary drinks that much and like super flavorful stuff. That it's a very nice thing to get that of like, ooh, this tastes really good, oh, it's waking me up kind of thing. And that's a nice little way to start my day. I get dressed, I'll come home from doing this. My jacket fell. I'll come home from doing this, I'll get dressed up into what I like to work out in, make a pre-workout. I play like a couple rounds of Battlefield 6, that's what it is right now, but usually it's something else. I don't know, it kind of varies. I usually just play video games. It helps. I don't like watching things when I drink my pre-workout, because I like to drink my pre-workout so when I go out to work out, I feel awake, I feel woken up, I feel ready to go. I have energy to burn. But I don't like just sitting there drinking it, because I feel like that doesn't do as much. When you're playing video games, especially ones that are like online, a little competitive, nothing crazy where you're like thinking too hard. That's why I like Battlefield. It just kind of keeps your mind stimulated ever so slightly. Keeps your mind stimulated while the pre-workout kind of starts to wake you up physically. And I like that little combo. It's a nice little part of the day, and then you get to about 30 minutes after starting to drink it, you're very ready to go. And then finally it leads to you going and working out for like an hour and a half, and about an hour into that hour and a half, that pre-workout starts to drain. You start to feel tired, you start to feel gassed out, but then there were sunflower seeds, like a bag of them, open in the mailbox. It's crazy to find things in the mailbox that aren't supposed to be there. I've found a lot of numerous things in the mailbox that aren't supposed to be there. But this isn't a mailman video, despite what you see on screen. This is a thoughts on working out video. And, I go out there, I have my routine, and about an hour into my hour and a half, I start to fall asleep. Not fall asleep, but I start to fade. I start to physically get weak, physically get tired. And I love that. I love that part, because it makes me feel like I did something so thoroughly that it drained the energy I just gained, right? Like I feel like I tapped into something I didn't have beforehand with that pre-workout. And when I came home from work, I'll feel tired, I'll feel exhausted, like I just don't want to do anything. But the pre-workout helps me wake up. Sounds like a drug. It's like the weakest pre-workout you can get. It's very, very calm. For pre-workout standards, at least. It's not very serious. Yeah, it's not very serious. It's just something that helps and something I enjoy drinking. And even if it's just a placebo, it might just be a mental thing, honestly. Because I don't do a lot. I do like half a scoop. I'm kind of, as other gym guys would tell me, kind of a pussy when it comes to how seriously I take it. I don't take it very seriously. I use it as a outlet, a way for me to mentally feel better about myself, and an excuse to be alone for a little bit. Because I love people in my life, but everybody needs some time alone. Ironic, I know, because as this whole premise of this video format is, I am alone talking to myself. But regardless of that, I think having that and then ending that with, like, you know what you're going to eat for dinner, you make a protein drink that you like. I'm a little lactose, so I don't drink normal milk. I use almond milk with some Optimum Nutrition protein powder, some chocolate protein powder, nice chocolate milk, and end the day with, take a shower, get all warm and cozy, and I relax, and that all sets the mood for me to pass out at a reasonable hour of 1 a.m. Not healthy, shouldn't do that, but I do. And I think what I've been getting at is, you might say, where the fuck is this ramble going? Get ready for this. I think what this is all for is to lull you into a sense of not taking me seriously, and then realize what I mean by all this, which is, that's how I did it. You find your rhythm to, that was either an acorn, but it might have been a pine cone hitting the roof. It's just very loud. You find your rhythm, you find your move, you find your groove, you find your groove with working out like that. It's not about the workout itself, it's about the surroundings. It's like when you're feeding a dog a pill, like a medicine pill, and you surround it in peanut butter so the dog eats the pill. You make the workout tolerable by making the rest of what surrounds the workout fun. You find your rhythm. You get an outfit that you like to wear to work out in. You get a nice comfy pair of shoes that give you nice support. You get a nice protein, like a way of gaining protein at the end of the day, whether it is just meal prepping some heavy protein meals, or just buying muscle milks off the shelf, like just something that helps you gain the motivation and the confidence to just work out. And you make a playlist of music. Some people don't listen to music when they work out, and that's not a weird thing at all. If you feel like music doesn't help you, try just watching a video, like watching something, and not watching, but like having it on, so that way you're listening to it when you're doing your sets, and then in between sets when you're resting, you can kind of look at it and watch it. It takes your mind off of that I have to wait a couple minutes, right? And for people with ADHD, that's a very hard thing to do, just to sit there and wait, because you want to get it done. You want to jump to the next one, but that's going to make you more tired and more weak and make you feel like you're not doing as much and risk hurting yourself. And that part right there, it's another struggle. So you have to make these ways to work it around working out. And what it'll lead to is a very happy experience. People overguess themselves. They think, oh, to work out, I need to do it like 5 days a week, have a very strict routine. No, you don't. Like I said, I don't do it for the sake of putting on muscle or for losing weight. Those are very two different things, but I do it to make myself feel good, make myself feel happy. And these still apply to if you want to use it to lose some weight or gain some muscle. But it doesn't start with that, unfortunately. You do have to start with getting accustomed to doing it and enjoying doing it. Because if you hate doing it, then you'll never want to. And I know that's a weird thing to say, but if you hate a show, you're not going to watch it. But maybe if you watch the first episode, and at a specific time of day, maybe you eat it with, maybe you watch the, yes, you eat the show. Maybe you watch the show with some food, right? Some food you like. Maybe you watch it with a friend that you like hanging out with who likes the show, and you may get hooked to the show. And it's not because anything in your internally changed as to why you like it. You just start to like it. And I think that's the trick. It's just wrap the pill in medicine and swallow. Or wrap the pill in medicine. I had something there profound. Wrap the pill in some peanut butter, and if you're allergic to peanut butter, maybe some cheese, and if you're lactose, I don't know, man, kick rocks. But that's my advice. That's my advice for working out. That's my TED Talk. That's what my thought process is today. And thank you for listening.